And let's take a look at the players' maps. So Whoop has a backwood. Has a very exposed gold. It's going to be almost impossible to defend this gold this game. There's no way he can wall him through here. He has plenty of deer if he wants to lure those in, though. The top side of his base is also very exposed, and he's in this crater. So, very, very bad map from Whoop. Going to be very hard to defend in this game, particularly his gold. At the very least, it looks like his wood in the back is going to be safe. Yinghua has a forward wood. That's not the best. But I think he can actually wall this off with a bit of palisading, perhaps some houses. So if he walls it off, it's going to be a pretty decent map. Otherwise, his gold is going to be exposed. Could potentially wall him through here, and could potentially wall on the left side. So I think if Yinghua puts up some smart walls, he should have potentially a good map. He's got some deer in the back, some gold in the back, and a pretty decent map overall. Map advantage to Yinghua. Looks like both players going for a 4 on wood, which is typical of a drush build. Goths, they love their infantry. Love to go for their drush. Looks like Whoop has found all of his starting resources. He's going to go up. Very risky to go out without Loom, though, because the scout of Yinghua could be anywhere. Very, very risky. Yinghua's going to do the same thing. Going to go out, going to build a mill. He's going to start off his wall through here, so he's actively thinking about where to wall. And wow, Whoop is actually going to mill these deer. Without Loom, mind you. Very, very risky. So he's going to send 5 to deer. That's actually quite a bit. I think with the Goths carry bonus, just about 2 villagers to deer. 3 villagers will take the whole deer, definitely. 2 villagers will take most of it. Second boar for Yinghua. He'll be going up with his barracks fairly shortly. And still no Loom for Whoop. Wow. That might be one of the reasons why he's huddled his villagers all together. Here's Whoop's barracks. We could take a look at Whoop's scouting. Hasn't found quite the resources of Yinghua, but he knows where his town center is. Meanwhile, scouting for Yinghua, found where Whoop is, but again hasn't found the resources. Finally, Loom coming in from Whoop. That risk paid off. The later you can delay Loom, the better for your economy. And Whoop has quite a bit of food. It looks like Whoop is actually going to go for a man-at-arms rush, I think. Meanwhile, Yinghua is walling on the right side. Yeah, if I were to bet money, I'd say Whoop is going to go for a man-at-arms rush. He'll have plenty of food for it. The question for him is, does he wait till feudal age to make his militia or men-at-arms, or does he build them as he's going up? If you build them while you're going up, of course, you're going to have them much earlier, can get the men-at-arms much earlier. But if you wait till feudal age, you get the discount. So it's quite a bit of a trade-off, and the discount is quite huge. It's 35% for each militia. And in fact, Yinghua's even chosen to do the same thing. He might go into men-at-arms himself. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Whoop is going to buy the full price militia. What about Yinghua? Yinghua's going to wait. He's going to wait it out. And with his walls, it definitely makes a lot of sense. He's going to be safe in case the militia from Whoop come in early. Meanwhile, Whoop's map is much more open. He wants the militia to defend much earlier on. And it looks like Whoop is going to go forward. Yinghua has some very good scouting. He's able to see this as well. Let's see what his reaction is. Is he going to continue to delay his militia? Yeah, he is. So if Whoop goes forward, a tower in this location can take Yinghua off of this wood line. His wood line in the back is not very good, but he does have access to this wood on the left side as well. And if the tower goes here with men-at-arms can get through the wall. Second tower can go straight on top of Yinghua's gold. This gold will be taken over by men-at-arms if he secures the right side. Left side gold, though, untouchable. There's the feudal age from Whoop. And there's the men-at-arms upgrade coming in. Here's the men-at-arms straight away from Yinghua. If he can avoid any significant damage, then it's going to be worth it to delay the men-at-arms upgrade. Here comes the first tower from Whoop. It's a good tower. 5 villagers for him. 5 villagers for Yinghua. This tower is not going to get up anytime soon. And finally, here's the men-at-arms from Yinghua. At a reduced cost, but definitely much slower than Whoop. Anyway, there's the tower. And unfortunately, Whoop is very slow at garrisoning his villagers, so that's going to mean... That's basically going to mean this tower is going to go with little to no casualties. I think Whoop could have easily gotten 2 villagers from that. Whoop is palisading and walling on the left side. Right side's the only side that's open. And Whoop is taking some more stone. This is not going to be an engagement that Whoop wins. I think he should refocus on the right side, try to hit the gold. Break through the wall as he was. But here comes the men-at-arms from Yinghua. We have 3 men-at-arms and 5 villagers versus 4 men-at-arms. Alright, here comes the tower from Whoop. It's going to prevent any repairs or rewalling coming in from behind. And Yinghua has not taken any stone at this point. So he's not going to be able to defend with another tower. So if Whoop gets in, which, again, the Goths +1 attack versus buildings, I think he should get in. 1 tower in this area will take Yinghua off of his primary gold. And he'll only be left with the 1 in the back. Looks like Whoop is going to go to Castle Age after this aggression. He's saving up with his farms. He'll have plenty of stone in case he wants to go into Huskarls. He's actually making a few more militia men-at-arms, so that's a little unusual, I suppose. And there's the tower. It's going to take Yinghua off of his wood and his gold. It's a very good tower. And Yinghua getting the late bid axe. That's going to hurt his economy. Here comes the men-at-arms from Yinghua, though. 5 men-at-arms, pretty low on HP, but still pretty deadly, especially for this gold. And that's why Whoop is continuing to make some men-at-arms. What is this palisade for? Okay, he's gonna wall in through here. Villager down from Whoop. Villager count is 32 to 35. Whoop's actually idled his TC a bit. Another tower. This tower's pretty good. It'll take Yinghua off of 3, if not 4 farms. And most of these farms still have pretty good amount of food on them. Men-at-Arms, so they're going to sneak around the back. We have 3 Men-at-Arms in defense from Whoop. 3 should be enough with the help of some villagers to take down these weak Men-at-Arms. Whoop is going to lose his men-at-arms for now. He's got the 3 towers up, though. It might be a smart idea to at least partially wall them in. Yinghua is quite a way away from Castle Age. Meanwhile, Whoop, also quite a way. He's got a few more farms, though. In fact, I would go say that Whoop is much closer to Castle Age than Yinghua, with the amount of farmers he has. Forging for Yinghua. Okay, that's not something you see every day. That'll apply to the men-at-arms here. Whoop is actually getting scale mount armor. Might be asking what's the difference. Forging is going to be 50 food more expensive, but at the same time it also applies to attacking villagers. So it's probably the more useful upgrade, although a little more expensive. Neither player is going to want to transition into Huskarls because both players are taking stone, and... Sorry, neither player will want to transition to archers because of the threat of Huskarls. And what a trap from Whoop. These men-at-arms are going to go down super easy. Looks like Yinghua has the armor as well. Oh, and here's that big push. This is what the armor and the forging is for. Whoop is going to try his best to try to wall these up. He should have walled them up earlier. And let's see if Yinghua gets all 3 of these towers. So far, just men-at-arms going down. That's okay for Yinghua. They're pretty cheap. Whoop is even going so far as to invest into fletching. That's going to be the first... Oh, no, no! Oh, is he going to get away? No, he's not. That's going to be the first villager loss for Whoop. It's 37 now to 42. And overall, I think Whoop did pretty okay. Killed a few men-at-arms. All Yinghua gained is maybe a little bit of space and his 2 farms back. Losing a few men-at-arms and a villager. So I don't think that's worth it. Whoop is getting foraging now. And he spent all of his food. He's not going to be going into the Castle Age. He's going to be investing even heavier into men-at-arms. This is certainly something I haven't seen before. Here comes some more men-at-arms. I wonder why... What is Whoop's game plan? Oh, he can definitely kill these farmers, though. Has he seen it? No, he has not. Yeah, I wonder what his game plan is for making so many men-at-arms. Check Yinghua's resources. Yinghua is just about ready to go up to the next stage. So Whoop's plan is to add a few more towers, take Yinghua off of some more farms. But this tower is not going to go up. And there's the castle age from Yinghua. Yinghua will have quite a bit of stone, so he'll be able to go for Huskall straight away. And Whoop should be able to click up to the Castle Age. He doesn't have a market. He's going to want to have forward of a market. It's going to take him too long to mine the gold. I do wonder if this tower is absolutely necessary for Yinghua, though. Oh, yeah, it is. Here comes the man-at-arms. There's actually a hole on the top. And with a single tower, should be able to defend the majority of this. Whoop is going to push in even further. Should take Yinghua off of even more farms. And there's the Castle Age from Yinghua. Yinghua doesn't have enough stone quite yet for a castle. He's had to invest in all these extra towers. And in fact, these towers are even under threat. This tower's going to go down from Whoop. Bottom tower looks to be going down, though. Well, here's the Long Swordsman upgrade from Yinghua. With all these upgrades on the men-at-arms, the villagers shouldn't stand that much of a chance. Here comes the Long Swordsman. 10 extra HP, 3 extra attack. And after all is said and done, we're left with Yinghua with about maybe a 4 or 5 villager lead over Whoop. And a slight Castle Age time advantage. As well as Yinghua's going to go up to a second town center earlier. So far advantage for Yinghua. He's done a good job in defending. Whoop, meanwhile, is going to actually transition into Knights. Something which I don't think Yinghua has expected. Good walls from Whoop on the top side. Knights should absolutely shred through Long Swordsmen. But a potential problem with going Knights is eventually Yinghua's going to have a castle to defend his economy. And also, all the infantry upgrades have been made. It's a very easy transition for Yinghua to go into pikemen. So this is certainly a decision that's quite a bit of investment for Whoop. And as well, I'm sure Whoop doesn't want to stay on Knights too long, because eventually Yinghua will have to make pikemen. So this is more of a do damage now strategy. As well as there's a hole in this wall. There's the castle from Yinghua. It'll take away one of these towers. Alright, here's the knight from Whoop. +1/+1 already done. Should be able to take out all these long swordsmen, I feel. And there we go. Anarchy for Yinghua, wow. He's going to go straight into Huskarls, not even going to get the pikeman upgrade. And why would he? Whoop is only on one stable. No, he's on two stables. Okay. With Bloodlines Knights. Knights can actually hold their own against Huskarls, though. And yeah, here's a few spearmen from Yinghua. Maybe he's going to do a mixed army. Yinghua's economy is in a pretty good shape. He's on 3 town centers. He's still going to want to build it up, but I've seen he's already gotten handcart at this point. Wow, that's a lot of villagers for Whoop. Whoop is going to go down with the Fort Castle. Yinghua hasn't quite massed his army yet. And here comes the castle. Pikeman's now done. Perfect timing for Yinghua. Looks like Yinghua is just about a half a minute too late in massing army, and the castle's going to go up. That's essentially going to split this, split his base down the middle, and both these town centers are now vulnerable. As well as Whoop can now add Huskarls, which already have a few of the upgrades on them also. Yinghua's running out of gold as well. He's got about 800 gold left on this mine. Has he found this gold mine? Yes, he has. This mine is still almost in tower range. And back at Whoop's base, he's only on 2 town centers. Most of his resources are going into this push. And for Yinghua, it's risky to make villagers out of either of these town centers because they could potentially go down. The only safe one's in the back. Alright, and here comes the Rams from Whoop. If he takes back this game, I would say it's a pretty good comeback. He was down by maybe 600 points in score maybe a few minutes ago. And it looked like an easy game for Yinghua. Just had to switch into pikemen, prevent the push, and his economy would be in much better shape. Look at how much military, though, Yinghua has. Now would be a good time for murder holes. Looks like Yinghua's won the fight for now. He's also got a castle on the right side to help secure his gold. And villager difference actually isn't that big. It's about a 10 villager difference. The big difference is the army composition. So fully upgraded knights and basically fully upgraded infantry. Those pikemen are going to be so cheap though. Might be a good idea for Whoop to switch into longswordsman. Whoop is making so many men-at-arms. He hasn't had the time to, or the resources to invest into longswordsmen quite yet. There's a big difference between men-at-arms and longswords. There it is, longswordsman upgrade. There's about 1,300 left, health left on this castle. And he's gonna lose his men-at-arms. No, he's, yeah, he's gonna lose his men-at-arms before they upgrade. Let's see, Whoop is now on 3 town centers. The benefit of all this is his economy has been untouched this whole time. And the villager difference is almost even now. But here comes a huge horde of Huskarls. And down goes the castle from Whoop. Whoop has a big problem now if he can't mass enough longswords to defend against the Huskarls. Which looks to be what's happening. Yinghua's jumped to about 1,500 in the score lead. All the momentum has shifted in his favor. He's even got longswords of his own. And in comes the Huskarls. 2,000 score lead for Yinghua. I think it's looking pretty GG now. Very good game from Yinghua. I thought Whoop was going to take this at some point when he's got his castle up, started mass a lot of knights and rams. Yinghua did a very good job defending. The barracks next to the castle actually turned out to be a strength for him. Usually when the barracks are, or military buildings close to the castle, you think, oh, well, that building's dead. The castle will kill it eventually. But no, Yinghua kept making a military from it and was able to use his infantry to take out the castle. As well, I think Whoop investing too much into men-at-arms into the tower push didn't really pay off, and it gave Yinghua an early lead to the castle age. Here's the last stand from Whoop. Has a sizable amount of men-at-arms. But at this point, 40 villager lead for Yinghua. And Yinghua's going to win this fight as well. Left side's getting heavily raided by Huskarls. Units are impinging on the top side. Middle side is won by Yinghua. 3 rams coming in. And there's the GG. Very unusual game. You don't see such heavy investment into men-at-arms. You don't see a straight transition into longswordsmen. And then Whoop with the almost comeback. Let's take a quick look at the achievements. More units killed from Yinghua. Doesn't really matter too much in the God's War, actually. Better economy from Yinghua, no surprise. And this is the big statistic. 4 minutes extra for Yinghua in the Castle Age. Again, Whoop investing too much into men-at-arms and his tower push. And here's your timeline. Whoop had a good chance right about here. This is when Castle Age of Yinghua. Didn't see much of a difference in the score, actually. And then towards the end, just going downhill. Thanks for being with me, guys. If you're on YouTube, I'll see you next time. And for those of you on Twitch, I'm going to call it a night for now. Thanks for being with me. All the games from what did I cast earlier? From the Masters of Arabia game will be uploaded to YouTube on both Foobly official and my own personal YouTube, which I recommend you give a subscribe to. And let's take a look at AOC Zone, see what's going on. So Thursday we have the AOC Champions League. I know that seems like quite a bit in the future. That's going to be Fire and Vinchester. And then Masters Arena for Friday, it's going to be Yannick and Melkor, and that's going to be the semifinal. And that's being streamed by Mem. I'm sure we'll find a Voobly official caster for that as well. So it was a pleasure to stream with you guys, and I'll see you again soon.